Hello, vudani here, and I have another engineer video. It's the same build I put in a previous video. I'll link the video that goes over that build on screen now. It's a dual pistol build with elixirs, and I'm gonna go right in on these people here. Try to take out that guy. Wasn't able to prevent the stomp. Didn't really have anything to do that. And here's a good AoE opportunity. Pop my elixir U to get some haste there. Get some good effective damage. Didn't quite take anyone down, and I start getting shot from back. Gonna turn around, check that out. Looks like a sniper ranger. He turned around when he saw me there. Gonna try to get these people down. And the warrior rallied, and I see the trebuchet starts firing. I don't really want to deal with that. Try to get out. Try to block that exit off. Didn't quite get the elixir throw off. And we got the Guardian in the middle with Tome of Courage, just healing himself. I'll take advantage of that to get some very easy free damage in. Gonna try to run away. Here's a Necro with his Death Shroud up. Get as much damage as I can, and I'm gonna move away. I didn't really want to deal with that Necro. Gonna try to run around and see what's happening. Looks like we have full control over that point. That probably has to do with trebuchet that we were able to get over there, easily allowing us to capture the clock tower. And I'm gonna scout around using the swiftness buff, very useful for going point to point. And here we go. I'm moving up to, looks like our spawn. We should be able to have this point, and I see a person here. Gonna go in. It's a warrior. Should anticipate the 100 blades, but he's not going in on me. Got a necro here. Looks like he's got marks. He's throwing those down. I want to fall back there. 2v1's not a good situation. I throw down the elixir U toss ability, and I get a pretty good proc. Well, I mean, it seems to have deterred them, and this necro comes up here. I pop my elixir U. I want to try to burn him down before the warrior can go in. And I get knocked down by Bull's Rush. I immediately pop the invulnerability. I wasn't able to mitigate a lot of that damage, but I'm able to continue the damage and down the Necro as the Warrior Whirlwind charges off. Should have anticipated that fear, but I do get feared. I'm gonna fall back there with that Warrior coming. He would easily have been able to kill me before the stomp, so I'm gonna take that opportunity to reposition myself. I try to loop around here, but what I didn't expect was the Necro coming around from the top. As you can see, hits me with that cripple, and the warrior starts doing work. I get quite a few bleeds and couldn't really get out of that there. Really, this situation was bad play on my part. Should have been a very easy 2v1. I kind of underestimated that duo there. I didn't use my supply crate. That easily would have handled it if I had initially used that on that 2v1 up there. Would have been able to regenerate some health and put down some stuns. Another thing that a bad play I did was to not toss my elixir S. The toss elixir S is the effect that will grant you stability or invisibility. I could have done that while stomping the necro, and I would have easily got that stomp. Now the warrior could have killed me, but it's something to keep in mind. Gonna move right in. I'm not getting focused, so popping the elixir U. Elixir U is something you almost always want to pop when you have a good opportunity to damage. If you're not going to get CC'd or you don't think you'll be CC'd, pop that elixir U and kill someone. That's flat out kill someone. Not much you can do with that many bleeds, and it looks like everyone's just dead in this area. Gonna put my bleeds on him. Don't really care to finish him off right now. My teammate will handle that. Throw down some more buffs. So you see I am maintaining my buffs as usual. And gonna continue scouting around. Looks like my team's doing fairly well. That guy gets stomped, and here my teammate needs some help. I'll definitely do that. Looks like the ranger up top is just pegging people with his longbow, not really finishing them. Probably should have continued applying damage on that guy. Probably could have killed him before I got there. It looked like he had been down for a while, or at least a little bit. And here we have a very hairy situation. I get 100 blades, but immediately pop that Elixir S to invulnerability and stun break that. Gonna reposition immediately, but I'm still getting trained by 3. Pop the Elixir U and explosive shot galore. Wasn't able to finish them. I go down. That could have been 3 warriors right there. When you have that many warriors, you're probably gonna die. And I mean, for as long as I was able to get away, that was pretty good. I managed to first get away from the 100 blades and then managed to take them down to half or lower, and it looked like they were still going to be engaged in combat as my teammates rolled in. So overall, I'd say that was a pretty good encounter for me. Gonna drop the supply crate, get some revenge here. Able to stun them, and I'm going in on this guy. My Elixir U will come up pretty soon. Looks like I've been noticed. Gonna take some cover there. And here goes Elixir U. Just popping those explosive darts, getting tons and tons of bleeds. Looks like Noppet's not the best target to go on there. A defensive spec warrior. Gonna instead go for this ranger, and here's the longbow guy. Looks like he's just hanging out up here. Pet build's not gonna do well against this engineer spec. The explosive shot is just gonna obliterate them as he knocks me back off there. Lucky for him, he still could bleed to death. Gonna continue with the explosive shots, and I'm still getting pestered from above. Easily able to get back. One thing about the Citadel area, or whatever you want to call it, the clock tower, is they can shoot through it, but you can shoot right back at them. Most of this stuff isn't going to obstruct your view, and you'll be able to shoot them. So simply, if you can get the target on someone up here, you can shoot them. And generally, people that will ride this area are using very glass cannon-like specs. That guy was using a spirit spec. It's not optimal at all. I mean, the spirits will give him some buffs, but didn't help him there. Try to take out this Necro. He gave me problems earlier. I'd try to kill Necros as I can. Looks like he got pretty good use out of the Death Shroud, but he couldn't handle the Warrior and Engineer. Pop my Elixir U on this guy, and I end up evading the... well, I didn't evade the attack, but I was able to dodge that stun he put out from his utility. Not gonna worry taking him out. Gonna try to get more damage on there. I wasn't able to get out of that situation, and looks like the enemy team is regrouping out here. Probably not gonna be able to get up. I continue to get focus fired even though I am on the ground, and this is not going to end well. Not sure how many of my team is fighting. It looks like 3 of us went down. Another 4th is probably gonna go down, but we have a small lead. Probably not going to be able to pull this one out. See, the enemy team actually did really well in leaving me down there. That's a tactic that you can use on some people as long as you have a condition or something that is continuously breaking their heal. And Engineer is definitely a class that you can abuse that. You can just leave them on the ground and they're not going to do much. There are definitely certain classes that you don't want to do that on. It really just depends. And here we go. I'm gonna move in up here, easily apply my buffs just instantly, and here goes that Necro. Pop my Elixir U. It's how most fights begin, popping Elixir U. See the poison darts. I have all 3 conditions on. His Death Shroud just got absolutely eaten away. He's gonna try to move away as my team rolls in. Pop those buffs, get the explosives, and here comes supply crate. Looks like a pretty... we might be outmatched here, so I wanted to pop that early. I didn't want to waste that. Looks like our ally may have popped another crate, I don't know. And gonna go in on this warrior. Probably popped his cooldowns, might not have been the best target, but everyone was pretty much dying in this area. Gonna go for this ranger. He's just been sniping away. The rangers are gonna do a lot more damage from far, so it's a good idea to focus them down. Managed to get couple good kills. This was I wouldn't say it was a typical match, but it was a match that I was not invulnerable. Most of my deaths were certainly my fault, but it shows this build can be defeated. As always, I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching.